So this is going to be a little video on how to improve the external safety on your Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. The safety is quite notorious for being hard to operate, so much so that many choose to buy a shield without it, or if they do have it, they just don't even use it. But this is those of you that do want to use it, you'll be able to flip with your thumb quite easily. You won't miss it. So the first thing is we're going to have to look at the whole sear assembly if it'll focus. That little tiny block right there is what you're going to be concerned with first. So this block has a spring on the inside of it. That spring, when I measured it, I think it was about 0.57 inches. That's the stock length of it. To make this easier to operate, we want to cut the spring just a little bit, so I pulled it out of its little hole, and I also used some high grit, like 1500 to 2000 sandpaper, and polished this little spring holder right here on both the edge that catches on the safety and also on the interior, and I also put a little CLP in there, and that helped move pretty smoothly. But point being is you're going to cut it with wire cutters down a little bit. You do only want to cut one side because you're going to want to keep one of the flat sides of the spring there. I cut it down to right around 0.43 inches, and that'll help you make this a lot easier to manipulate. Now the next thing I did, and this is what you're going to want to do while you have that out, is I used some sandpaper to really grind away using a 320 sandpaper on this whole outer edge. So the problem is this edge is not only raised a little bit, kind of covers most of the safety too. It's these two edges right here and those corners. So what I decided to do was use some sandpaper on those edges to get them a little bit more smooth and to really match them up with the whole surface here to make it flat and even just a little bit maybe angled in. It's gonna be a little bit ugly, unfortunately, but it is a free mod, and when this is all put together, your safety is going to be much easier to operate. Alright, now that we've got the gun back together, I can go ahead and show you the difference. So as you can see, safety is very easy to brush past. A full grip on it, I can easily just swipe my thumb over. Very easily flips down. So again, just swipe right down. Goes right off. This is a big improvement over the stock safety. Still works just fine.